Everybody, welcome to the after show. It's where we just get together and continue the conversation. Things we couldn't get to in the main show, they come over here. This is YouTube exclusive content. If you're checking us out on YouTube right now, like, comment, and subscribe. We're giving away $100 when we reach 100 folks. And do we still have neck gaiters left, T?
Still got plenty of them.
So
I've been slanging them on the streets now.
neck gator slang, and that's our new side hustle.
Right, but it's for free. So it's like, hey, bro, here you go. Here's a face cover. Plastic.
But let us know if you want. Once you subscribe to the channel, let us know by shooting us an email at unpopinshow@gmail.com. We'll mail you a neck gator for free. Shipping is $250. Just kidding.
No. Absolutely free. Completely free. We cover it. Even international. We sent it out to a brother out in South Africa. I'm just waiting to hear back, make sure he got it. I got to double check. That was a fucking trip, dude. Because it's not just going through the U.S. mail. Different couriers from one country to the next country to the next. Like, this shit was, I thought it would just be simple. Nah.
It's never easy, bro. It's never easy. And then once you get your neck gator, shoot us a picture. And I'm trying to find, somebody shot me a photo. I'm trying to find it now, but shoot us a picture. Let us know you got it. Let us know that you are proud to be a part of this Unpoppin community where we speak our minds and talk about the issues of the day and tell a lot of jokes. Here's a photo. Let's see if we can get that.
Yeah, that doesn't really. I can't. Oh, I can see it. Okay. Yeah, she was kind of bright. I didn't good job.
Yeah, the camera has to adjust or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Yeah, man. I don't really have much. I don't think I got much, man. We, like you said, we covered every damn thing.
We did. It's something I forgot about, though. So we talked about Kevin Samuels not too long ago. Mm-hmm. The brother who the chick, you're a 5 at best.
Yeah.
And that video that went viral. So he he has been dealing with that. You know, a lot of backlash, a lot of new followers, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people watching the show, but he has been dealing with the backlash.
Blacklash.
Oh God, I was about to say something really awful. Folks, just so you know, there are jokes so bad that happen in my head that I can't even say them. So you've heard some of the outlandish shit I've said on this show. When you hear me laugh and say, no, I can't say that, it's outlandish plus 10. Right? So
I could appreciate. I respect it. Yeah.
But yes, there was blacklash and backlash, and he's been dealing with it. And my brother is holding his ground. He is not.
Probably got some fat lash too.
You're just gonna.
I'm sure that was.
You're gonna push me to say this awful shit, aren't you?
Some fat lash, some lacklash, all types of lashing.
Oh boy.
This is me trying to goat Mike into saying something crazy, but okay. Well, let's move on. Okay. Trying to goat him into saying it.
But he's been holding his ground, right?
Okay.
And he is not apologizing. And it was a show. He was visited by one Miss Rochelle Ritchie. And she said, I'm on TV too. And I didn't look her up.
Rochelle Ritchie?
Yeah.
I want to say that name sounds familiar, but I'm sure I probably
commentator. Chicago. She's an opinion writer, public speaker, crisis communications consultant, and highly sought after television political commentator, frequently featured on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News Channel, Fox Business Network, and I-24 News. She held reporter positions in Baltimore, West Palm Beach, Spokane, Lawton, Yeah, so she's official. She's official TV chick.
Officially, okay. Okay.
He was doing a show, and she came on the show. He had like a discussion group with a bunch of people in, and they were talking about it. She came on the show, and I'll link to this video down below so you guys can hear it. It's about 16 minutes long, which is why I don't want to play it here. And she was coming at him, and she said, since all of the popularity from this, have you reached out to her to apologize to her for your tone? And his response to that, I thought, was very interesting. And I freely admit that if someone had have asked me that question and under those same set of circumstances, I wouldn't have thought to answer it the way that he did. He said, she called on a day that she wasn't supposed to call on. I spent 20 some odd minutes, like 23, 24 minutes talking to her because everybody has seen the clip, the short clip, like the 6-minute clip.
Right.
But he was on the phone with her for 20 some odd minutes talking about a topic that wasn't the show topic, right? Which is a big no-no in the content creator space and YouTube or whatever. It doesn't bother us much because it's just kind of what we do. But a lot of people take that shit very seriously. And so he said he did that, and he dealt with her being rude, being on her phone, giggling, not paying attention. And he reacted. He responded the way he felt he should respond. So his retort to Rochelle Ritchie was, did she call me to apologize to me? And I was like, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think of it that way. And then he followed it up with saying, and I'm again paraphrasing, and I might fuck this up a little bit, so I really encourage you to watch the video. Black women aren't used to aggressive black men and black men speaking their mind. Because everybody's saying, you were mean to her, you should have been nicer to her. He's like, well, I was nice. At what point do I stop being nice? I spoke my mind, and y'all just can't really deal with that. So it was interesting for sure, but everybody coming at him. They are coming at him for every angle.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought the clip was funny. And I did see him trying to be his version of polite. You know what I'm saying? He ain't cuss her out. I felt like he wanted to.
So people are saying he cussed her out. What he said was, I'm sick of you broads coming over here with it's goddamn something. He said broads, he said goddamn, and he said, get the fuck off my phone. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of this shit.
Right.
He ain't really cuss her out. He cussed at her, for sure. He ain't cuss out.
I didn't think that was necessary, especially since she didn't come at him like that. He just he lost his cool.
He did.
It was entertaining, but he lost his cool.
He did.
It wasn't I don't think it was necessary. But then, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, she stood there and took it.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole. There was another very popular YouTuber who his opinions on male-female relations have often been described as pandering to the female contingent. He reacted to the short clip. He did not watch the full, and that was one of his observations. Why would you stay? He's like, why would the call even go that long? What, if she said you're being mean to me, he said the best way to show somebody that you're mean to him is to get off the goddamn phone. Right. So on that, I agree with him. But everything else he said after that, I was like, I want something decent to come out of your mouth. I'm not even going to name him. I've named him on the show before. If you're interested enough, you can go back and look at a couple clips and you'll know, oh, that's who he's talking about. Or if you move into those circles, you know exactly who I'm talking about. He also has an immense following.
Okay.
But yeah. definitely check it out.
Okay.
You know, it's
so. What do you think about this new platform? What's it called? Clubhouse.
So I've heard about it. I haven't heard enough about it to really know what it is. I talked to a young person last week and they mentioned it and I was like, huh? Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
So all I know is it's some new social thing on the scene. It's gaining in popularity.
Yeah, it's an audio app. It's like an audio Twitter or Instagram. More like Instagram Live, like IG Live than anything. Where multiple people can all talk at the same time, talk to each other. You can start a room, what they call it, a room, and have discussions, full on discussions. I saw some posts, people talking about, certain celebrities and artists getting on there and telling some interesting stories and some industry stories, and so that was pretty interesting. That was, people appreciate it. I didn't know what the hell it was, you know what I mean? And so I went fishing around and I found the app and I was like, okay. And I tried to sign up and they just give you a reservation. Like, hey, you can reserve your name, but you have to get in by invitation.
Same shit Spotify did.
Okay. This is all right, fine.
It's the equivalent of making people wait in line outside of the club when the club is goddamn empty.
Right. Genius. I give it to them. It's, adds anticipation and people wanting to know, okay, what, and get people like we're talking about it right now, have people talking about it. And it's cool. I mean, there was another audio app called Anchor some years ago that was pretty cool, but you could record. It was like miniature podcasts. You record a message, people reply to your message, you reply to them, whatever, on a different well, that's how it started. They've changed it up so much. I haven't seen much about it since. But it was an audio social media. So this is similar to that, but there's no recording. If you go on live, it's live, and once you're done with the conversation, it's done. It's gone. There's nowhere for you, unless you record it on your own. There's nowhere to record it within the app and then post it up or whatever. So it's interesting. Revelation
moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what will happen to you if you don't scroll down and read. The Kevin Samuels conversation I was just talking about was done on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Got it.
I just scrolled down just a little bit and read it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So I'm
way to tie it in.
It's a screenshot of the app, and you can kind of see what that looks like. With the icons and the faces and the little mic and that kind of thing. So yeah, that was done all done on Clubhouse, this thing.
Yeah. It's, it's cute. You know what I'm saying? I spent way too much time on it last night. Because you know what all it is from the, if you're an 80s baby, you know exactly what I'm about to say. It's the party line. Call a number and 20, 30, 40 other people all on the line talking and, cracking jokes, whatever the case. It's exactly that in 2020. You can be kicked out of a room by the moderators. You can just sit in the audience and listen. You can digitally raise your hand to be brought into the conversation or whatever.
Yeah, because I was going to say, how do you keep everybody from talking at the same time?
You really can't. People can talk, and you can talk over it, and which is what I witnessed last night in a room. It was like they called it the red cup room. and so it was just nonsense. They were just talking about, silly shit, toxic relationships and different. And there was so many. I didn't realize so many people would just put on just for the sake of putting on. So there was a cat that jumped in his what do you call it? His picture and his
the little icon thing.
The little icon, yeah, was him dressed in all red, right, and not like Christmas colors, red do-rag, red t-shirt, posed or whatever. I'm like, okay. And we basically came in the room at the same time. They pulled us up both of the conversation. And I wasn't going to say nothing. I was really just there to observe and to see what this app is. My first time on it. I wanted to see what this app is. Until the dude said he was from Brooklyn. And he sounded more like Tip. It's like this. He sounded like TIP more than Jay-Z. Like, so I took offense to that. I'm like, no, you're not. You must be you must be talking about Brooklyn, Texas, because that's the southern drawl on you, right? Just not.
Look, did he say he was from Brooklyn or born in Brooklyn? Because them two different things.
He was
born in Brooklyn.
He said from Brooklyn, and I didn't want to continue to antagonize it because I'm new here. I'm just trying to figure this shit out, and I was just like, all right, whatever, dude, do you? And he went away after a while. I just listened. There was so many people. They were asking questions in this particular room. It was just general questions about toxic relationships. What's your experience with toxic relationships, and what did you do? What was your? Are you a toxic person? And there was one sister that said that she had flattened her ex's tires. Her exact words that she had. Did she say stabbed his tires or something like that? Flattened his tires. And, that drew interest. Oh, really? Flattened? What'd you do? What happened? Well, the little pin, you screw the thing on, you press the pin, and she initially said he was standing there watching her door. He was there when she did it or whatever the case. But the more details she gave, it was just like, one, that's time consuming to manually push the pin in a tire to flatten. You're going to be there for a minute. That's like 30, 40 minutes per tire. You did all four, and this person didn't stop you. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Sure. There was another dude that was talking about that he was taking care of a child that wasn't his. Relationship and he was clearly lying. It was just like, because he's like, he doesn't have anything to do with the child's mother anymore. He just goes and picks the child up, and it was like, what are you lying for? What is the point if this is supposed to be, if you don't want people to know shit, just don't say shit. Don't tell what you don't want to tell.
People want, not all people. Some people embellish to make their lives seem more interesting than what they actually are.
Right.
God bless them.
Shit. I embellish all the time. It's called jokes. Called jokes. It's the whole point. Make it more ridiculous. It's already funny, and make it a little more ridiculous is even more funny, and I milk the joke. But in any case, that was my I ended up sitting in this room till like 3 a.m.
Jesus.
So I was listening for a good 45 minutes to an hour. 10 minutes longer than I wanted to stay, because it was fascinating to me. I was like, okay, this is interesting. And I jumped in and threw some jokes in. This one girl said she slashed somebody's tires, but she doesn't do it anymore. And I chimed in. I said, once a slasher, always a slasher. Like, And she said she slashed 3 tires, but not 4, because she was petty. I said, yeah, because 4 would be a felony.
You getting into that felony property damage. He's like, how much is each tire? $200. Felony property 8. So if I just do 3.
Let's do 3. Let's do 3 of them. Okay. Right in that sense. So yeah, it was kind of fun. It's interesting. One of these days we may do something on the app. I think I want to try it out just to.
Yeah, I'm with it. I like talking. I like talking to people. But I gotta be honest. Yeah. If somebody on there and they straight up lying, I'm gonna have to call them the fuck out.
Throw them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we do it, we need to make a I'm calling bullshit sounder.
Oh yeah. Yes. I bet. it just be a bull. This be a cow noise. Bullshit. What was that? Bullshit. Steve Harvey used to have this joke. He somebody, what was it? He said, "Jabullshit." It's like Jabullshit, but Jabullshit, like.
Oh, Mr. Harvey.
Anyway,
let's run through some birthdays, man. We actually don't have a lot of them. It wasn't a big week for birthdays last week, I guess. Over the weekend, one Miss Dionne Warwick turned
she's funny.
80.
She's on Twitter right now. 80 years old. She just turned 80. She's on Twitter right now, cracking people the fuck up. Like she went at Chance the Rapper, like, yo, you're clearly a rapper, but why is rapper in your stage name? Should I now be called Dionne the singer?
She makes good points.
And then she went at the weekend the same way. She's like, it's not even spelled correctly. Like, what is? But what came of that? They end up doing a song.
A word
together.
I will listen to that.
Dionne Warwick, Chance the Rapper, and The Weeknd, and the proceeds are going to a charity. I don't have the story in front of me, but that's
dope.
But came of that whole Twitter back and forth was, she did something else. I had to screenshot it. I had to take a screenshot of it because I thought it was hilarious. She called her son out on Twitter. Quote, "My son is not answering my text. At Damon Elliott, I'm trying to reach me. Please send me the demo." That's just what a mother would do.
That's what an 80-year-old would do. Because when you get to 80, you give way fewer fucks than you did before.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Oh, let's not talk about even how she went at Wendy Williams. Like,
let's
basically
talk about that because I didn't know she did that.
Oh, she basically told Wendy Williams to keep my name out your mouth. Yes. Dionne Warwick. Keep my name out your mouth. I don't know why she talked, but keep my name out your mouth. At 80, once that smoke, she got all the smoke for you. Got 80-year-old smoke for you.
I bet Wendy keep her name out her mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Dionne grew up in a different time. She grew up in a different time. I bet she bowed it.
Put hands and feet on you, and she knows some killers for real.
Like, don't let the smooth voice fool you, goddammit.
Right. And we're not talking cancer. She knows some killers. Like, straight up.
One Miss Sheila E. turned 63. Singer and percussionist. You may know her from the hit single Glamorous Life and her association with Prince.
The purple one.
The purple one.
Yeah.
Speaking of an association with Prince, one Mr. Morris Day turned 63.
Oh, yeah.
Lead singer of The Time.
Yeah, I saw Mr. Day at the airport in Atlanta one time, randomly. And if I remember, why was I at the airport? I can't remember why I was at the airport. Because I don't think I was flying out anywhere. I think I was either picking someone up or dropping someone off in Atlanta.
Or just trolling for women at the airport, because flying out or picking someone up or dropping off is really the only three reasons you would ever be at the airport.
or Greyhound right across from Magic City.
Well, getting them before they make it to the strip club. Fresh in the city off the Greyhound.
Trying to put you on a different pole. That's all that is. We're going to just change the pole, change the direction. I'm going to give you a different pole.
Oh, boy.
In any case, I saw Morris Day at the airport, and he was a lot shorter than I thought he was, which makes sense because Prince's ain't but, Three Apples wasn't, Three Apples High too, and seeing them stand toe-to-toe with each other, they were about the same height.
Yeah.
Morris Day was a
little man.
Yeah. Which was like, okay. So then I thought about it. So was Jerome just as short?
Kind of had to be. Because
that whole crew.
He didn't tower over Prince.
No, he was a little. I think he was a little taller, but he wasn't. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
The Oompa Loompas came
TV.
together and put out music.
I think the weather in Minnesota just kept them at a certain height. It just stunted their growth.
Something's in the water.
Right. But made them exceptionally talented in the musical arena. So you could be tall or you could be a musical genius. What would you rather have? Prince said, I'll take all of that. Matter of fact, I'll give away some height.
I'll take all the musical genius and give back what little height I had.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I want to have to wear heeled shoes like Tom Cruise.
But mine are prettier.
Much prettier. With my ass out.
A grown ass straight man pulled off heels and ass out jeans. Yeah.
Ass out jeans. Yeah.
What can you do? I don't know.
And no one really roasted him for it. Yeah. Just.
One Miss Taylor Swift turned 31.
Oh yeah.
We already mentioned Regina Hall hit the big 5-0.
Can we play her song again? Like I absolutely just watching the video of her move around. It's got chills. This made me feel warm and chilly inside all at the same time. Just like,
been told I still got good pussy.
Especially that line. It's like,
shout out to all my old bitches and shout out to all my young bitches.
Okay.
Shout out to all my pretty bitches.
Let's not out to forget them.
Shout out to all my not so pretty bitches.
She didn't call them fugly.
A bitch is old today. And I'm shouting hoo-ha, hooray.
And watching her jump on the trampoline.
That was delicious.
That was
today.
Oh yeah.
But I made it here gratefully.
Is she married? I don't think I ever hear about her love life or if she's coupled with anyone.
I don't know. Let's see. Regina Hall, husband.
Not that it matters. She's still
Regina Hall has never married, but she once tried to marry God. Though she isn't Catholic, Regina attended Catholic school in her youth and even graduated from the oldest Catholic university in the United States, Fordham University. Does she have children? She has no children.
Wow, at 50? Okay, sister.
She call me. We can talk. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
put the APB out.
Your age don't mean shit to me. Just saying. Not married, no kids. Funny, don't take yourself too seriously. Pretty waking up. Had cute toes. Didn't have hammer toes.
About her business. You know what I mean? Maneuvered in Hollywood. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. The image of, and I didn't really realize it was her because she looks so much different from then, but in Best Man, she played the stripper Candy. Well, I think that was her name. You're not sure about this?
I just want to see the picture again.
Okay. Yeah, she's the stripper at the what you call the scene? The bachelor party scene. She comes out.
It's just not right. I'm sorry, that was internal dialogue. That shouldn't have come out. Yeah.
That's like the first time we saw Miss Regina Hall, and she did such a great, like this. She's clearly not really a stripper, but you didn't know that from watching the movie.
Oh, that's just not fair.
You did not know that.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. Yep. Woo. Yeah, that's 50. Regina Hall. In that video, it's one of her homegirls who has like real short haircut. Bright skinned sister. She ain't bad looking either. I don't know if she 50.
You know that
she ain't bad looking either.
You know, they travel in packs. They tend to travel in packs. Like it's
like fucking wolves.
tend to travel in packs, and yeah, it can be wolvery as well. Dice your ass up. Speaking of wolf, for Christmas, Merry Christmas. I'm getting the family a dog.
Okay.
We're getting a dog.
So you're getting an endless supply of poop.
Yeah, you can say. I mean, listen, I have a 4-year-old for that. So, and I still have to. He's still at the point where we have to help him wipe his tail. So, I mean, it's we're still we're going to be home for a while. Both my mom and my uncle said the same thing to me. Like, they give me lectures. Like, make sure you know what you're doing. Having a dog is like having another child, basically. You have to, and I can see definitely. There were a lot of things. I haven't had a dog since I was a kid. We had a poodle named Pierre when I was a kid, and I don't know what happened to him. He disappeared after maybe less than a year or so. My mom was like, "Okay, I've had enough of this." But so this will be my first dog, and it's a German Shepherd, so very smart,
Big dog,
yeah.
Big
and that was the thing because my wife had been saying she wants to get the family, wants to get a dog, and I have been putting it off, and like, especially pre-COVID, not having time to spend training a dog. And then after giving it some thought, I'm like, we're home. We're all home, right? Mom and uncle said, made a point, hey, if you go away, what you gonna do with the dog? I'm like, well, we're still quarantined. It's still COVID. We ain't going on vacation. We ain't going nowhere for a while.
And then you board them.
And if we do,
you board them. You put them in a kennel.
Right. But I would, it would be a good adventure. I would look to see places that we could just take the dog with us. And I'm driving. I'm not getting on nobody's plane for a while. It'll be a minute.
I love dogs.
We
grew up owning chows.
Okay.
Which they're a very temperamental breed, but they are loyal as fuck.
Okay.
I don't want to clean up no poop, bro. I just don't. I don't. And it's like, I'm single. I live alone. I got a nice big backyard. My life, especially with COVID, to your point, my life is perfect for a dog, right? We would get along fine until the moment I had to pick up some damn poop. Then I'd be like, all right, get out. You got to go.
Well, that's when you train them as soon as possible. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? It's just
I'm considering it. I actually, the saddest thing about my ex, my most recent ex, the one that I talk about on the show often, she had a dog when we got together, and the dog was pretty old when we got together because she had him for a while.
Okay.
And he was a boxer. They get pretty big.
Okay.
Big, intimidating looking dog, but just the sweetest baby ever. I love that dog, man.
Oh, wow.
And we had to put the dog down. Oh my
wow.
God. She was a mess. And I was barely hanging on, right? Like, I'm not crying, somebody cutting onions in the other room kind of thing. But just after that, I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I could go through that again. If I had my own dog, I couldn't, so I'm considering it, just with my lifestyle being what it is, I'm considering it.
I think you'll end up doing it. I think you will. I think you'll do it. I think, so it's, like I said, it's a German Shepherd. Wife had been saying, hey, we should get a dog. And I said, okay, well, if I get a dog, I don't want no toy dog. I want a real dog that makes neighbors nervous. I want them to go, hey, is your dog friendly? And I go, yeah.
You want that dog that when they look at you, they like, they let black people own them?
when they see that, hey, get your dog, get your dog, get your dog, get your dog, get your dog. One of those.
Fear and intimidation. I like it as a plan. I do.
Just off the rip. Somebody ring the bell. Like, maybe I don't want to come inside.
It's some ass eating going on in there, and I'm on the menu. I don't want.
Or if just, if he's on his chain out front, whatever, and people don't want to, they take their ass and walk across the street, not because we black, because the dog is watching your ass. And so here's the things, what I noticed about him, because we're naming him T'Challa. Okay. And me and my 4-year-old went to go see him initially. We went to go check him out. They just happened to have this pet shop in the area. I had checked there a few days prior or whatever the case, and they didn't have no German Shepherds, and all of a sudden they did. I was like, oh, and I called and we went to go check him out. And I took some pictures and video of him or whatever, and he was a puppy. He's moving around. He's like 2 months, wanting to get out, wanting to play or whatever. And because of COVID, we can't touch the dog until he comes home. So fine. So we watching him through the window or whatever. But my 4-year-old just walked away, and I watched the dog check him out, like focused, like everything stopped, and he followed him with his eyes. I'm again, maybe that's common, but I had never seen a dog do anything like. I didn't even see my cat do that. Just follow you, like, because if the cat's looking at you, she's turning her head and watching. Nah, he did. His eyes said, woo, woo. His head ain't move. I was like, wait a minute. And I didn't notice it until I was looking back at the video. I was like, and then there's something else. When I was there, they had a bowl of water in the kennel with him. His food, a bowl of water, and then there was a little faucet on the wall. The dog walked past the bowl of water and drank from the faucet. Like, turned it on, drank like he with his tongue, pressed it, drank water from it, and then came back over to us. I was like, whoa. How long that dog been here? He been like maybe a week, 2 weeks. I'm like, did y'all teach him that? He was like, well, we showed him where the water was, and he figured, I was like, wow.
Yeah. You better lock your doors with key locks.
Well, I mean, you make sure he's well-trained, well-behaved, a polite dog, and that he likes me. That's all they're making you like me. If you like me as the alpha, all right, then everything else is cool. Be the one
to feed him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He'll love you.
I was reading some other things, like, because dogs respond to, like a pack mentality. It said, when leaving the room, make sure you leave the room first. And then everyone follow you out. I'm like, dogs pay attention to that? Like, that's
instinct.
That's crazy. So it is like having another child. It is like having a child. I was reading up on it, going, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know this. I didn't know, okay, I got to get a bunch of different things I got to get for this dog. And so I've been ordering stuff online or whatever. I'm excited. My wife is like, I'll be excited when you get here. And I said to her, I was like, I sympathize with her, because I said, okay, I get it. I understand how you feel, because men feel the same way about babies as well. You have, women have, you can be pregnant and, you get to bond with the child from day one. For us, it's like, all right, when you get here.
All I know is you just getting fat. That's,
right. Like, I know he's coming. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy, but it'll get real when he's here. And that's what it was like for me. And so I get it.
You're going to enjoy being a dog owner. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward.
Your son will enjoy it too.
And it's a German Shepherd too, Bush. Come on, son. That's I looked it up. This number is the second most popular breed in this country. and the second smartest
What's the first
breed in this country.
Is it Labrador?
Yeah. And the first smartest, I can't remember if I can find it again. But I looked all that up and was like, oh, hold on, let me see. Tyler. German Shepherd. Okay. I can't find it. There's nothing but puppy checklist and most intelligent. Here it is. Most intelligent dog breeds. Border Collie.
Okay.
It's the first. And German Shepherds being number 2. So I'm glad it's a smart dog.
You can't have no dumbass dogs running around. Man, why your dog so damn dumb? That would be hilarious.
Stupid ass dog. Why is he pissing on himself?
Oh, almost said something terrible. Oh God. Oh boy, my brain, the way my brain works.
Yeah.
One Mr. Hal Williams turned 86. You may know him from TV's Sanford and Son, TV's 227,
Okay. Yeah.
TV's
What
Private Benjamin.
Hal Williams, what character in Sanford and Son?
I'm glad you asked.
Because the name sounds familiar.
That guy.
Ah, yes. The black cop. Oh, is that him? So that's the same Hal Williams from 227? Wow. Yep. How about I was today years old when I figured that out? Because I'm looking at it.
This is him now.
Wow.
Now, this is what I found super interesting about Mr. Hal Williams. He is one of those actors that has been around and in everything, and you just forget about it. So I tried to go and say, okay, let me just, add up the number of television shows and movies he's been in. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. The list was just too long, going all the way back to 1969 and still working in 2020. It's just the dude is, I remember him from Private Benjamin, the television series that was out in the 80s. Loved him on that. Dude was in Gunsmoke. He was in Kung Fu. He was in SWAT, Sanford and Son, Quincy. Let's just...
Dude, 227, he wins.
Yeah, 227 is, everybody knows him from that. He was in TJ Hooker.
Yeah.
Remember TJ Hooker?
Yeah.
No, it's not about streetwalkers. It was a cop. It was the only other thing on TV that William Shatner did that was a series.
Yeah, and William Shatner, I think he's continued to bang green hoes in that as
well. He's never gonna live that down. Dude was in Webster, Dukes of Hazzard, The Jeffersons, Magnum PI, L.A. Law, which I used to love that show. I've been actually looking for that online and can't find it. The Sinbad Show, Tales from the Crypt. And then he's working on some stuff in 2020. He was in Parks and Rec. Just everything, right? So hats off to him, right?
Oh yeah.
Black actor doing the thing from 1969 to 2020 and not stopping. That's what's up.
I mean, man, that's that brother's like, retire what? Turn down for what?
Mr. Michael McCary from Boys to Men turned 49. Kane from the Yin Yang Twins turned 42.
Wow. I thought, okay, call me silly. I really thought they were like really twins.
No.
They're not related though.
I think they're cousins.
Are they?
I think
cousins?
so.
Okay.
I did some work in the D-Rock camp many moons ago. I worked on the Bankhead Bounce record.
Oh,
I
shit.
did the
Okay.
cover art for the single.
Nice.
You never
Okay.
knew that, huh? Yeah.
No.
The Diamond and
Didn't know that.
D-Rock version, the Bankhead Bounce. And then after that, I started working with the chick who kind of ran the business part. And we booked, I guess kind of apprenticed under her, for lack of a better term, but we were booking shows and all of that stuff for that crew for a while. You know,
That's pretty
historically, we know how that ended.
Okay.
We'll just leave that there. That's your Google homework assignment, people. How did the Diamond and D-Rock situation end? Eugene Levy turned 74. Actor and comedian from
Gotta love
American Pie, the American Pie movies.
Yes. Also bringing down the house opposite of Steve Martin and Queen Latifah. I can't get. And of course the award-winning series Schitt's Creek.
Right, he is on Schitt's Creek. And last but not least, one Mr. Ernie Hudson turned 75. You know him from Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Congo, the upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife, and again, just like Mr. Hal Williams, a million things. So this is Ernie Hudson on his thirst trap.
On his thirst
getting
trap?
on his thirst trap. He was like Tyler Perry. He saw Tyler Perry's post and he goes,
Okay. It's like, yeah, you ain't the only one, brother. Let the guns out.
put the guns away. You're scaring the white women. Again, I looked at his, and I won't show you guys as a scroll, but I looked at his trying to say, okay, how many things has Ernie Hudson been in? His was longer than Hal Williams. Going
pause.
For real? All I'm trying to do is honor the brother, and you making dick jokes. It was right there. Fuck.
It was right there, man.
I walked right into that. God damn it. But his career started back in 1976. Fantasy Island, The Incredible Hulk, Roots: The Next Generation, One Day at a Time. Remember One Day at a Time?
Of course. I like the reboot. They just canceled again.
Oh,
are you familiar? So they did one day at a time. Did a reimagining of those characters as a Latina family, and it was on Netflix initially. We watched, my wife and I, and my wife is Afro Latina, so she really enjoyed it as well. There was a lot of references, cultural references that she identified with, and so we watched it. And I really liked the show. I don't think my wife really remembers the original One Day at a Time. So I had to show her, who Schneider was with the cigarette and, and all that good stuff, right? And so to understand the difference between what they did with it,
right, and
how they brought it to, modern time, modern era. But they canceled it on Netflix. It did like 2 seasons, 3 seasons on Netflix. They canceled it. It moved to Hulu. I believe Hulu canceled it. Or no, they left Hulu and went to CBS. Like this year, I was like, oh, that's amazing. It came full circle because One Day at a Time, I believe, aired originally on CBS. And before I could get all the way into it, I hear that they canceled it off of CBS.
I never bothered to watch it. I mean, there's some things I just don't really want to see again. I enjoyed One Day at a Time when I was a kid, but I wasn't interested to see it again.
This is different. It's not the same. It's a similar setup, them moving to the apartment, but their backstories are completely different. It's a boy and a girl. The children is a son and a daughter. The daughter comes out as queer. Um, it's just a whole bunch of modern day things that they did with the show. I thought was interesting. The mom, she was I forget the sister's name. I forget her name, the actress name that played the lead on the show, but she was just on Dancing with the Stars as well. Like she's out there. Any case, no more One Day at a Time on CBS.
Fair enough. They cancel everything. Mr. Ernie Hudson also does a lot of cartoon voices.
Did he do the original? Like, no, he wasn't. He didn't do the animated Ghostbusters. I believe I wanted. Rumored was it? I think Arsenio Hall voiced the black character on the real Ghostbusters cartoon, because they had to call it the real Ghostbusters because another cartoon called themselves Ghostbusters. And I think it was rumored that Arsenio Hall did the
Arsenio
voice.
Hall was the voice of Winston Zeddemore in the real Ghostbusters seasons 1 through 3.
There he is.
There you go.
A lot of weird knowledge up here.
Yeah, he did a lot of cartoon voices, done a lot of shit. So just hats off to him. Celebrating
the original,
his 75th
the
birthday.
original black Ghostbuster.
And yeah, apparently he's reprising his role in the Ghostbusters Afterlife, the next film,
the sequel, whatever. Yeah. And even with that, I saw like an interview somewhere where he expressed some disappointment or displeasure with how his character was handled in some instances, some things that he felt like he should have been more a part of. And when it came to, I guess, to promoting the film, I think it was, and they didn't involve him in a lot of the promotions for like the original film.
It was a different time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, Bill Murray was the star. Sigourney Weaver was the star. That's who people wanted to see. That's who people wanted to talk to. When I say people, I mean like radio stations, television shows, to promote the film. That's who they wanted to talk to. Now, in terms of black people, we was happy. It's a black man up in there with the Ghostbusters. They got a black Ghostbuster, right? So, look, they may not have utilized him in a higher capacity role to promote the movie, but brother, you let us know that black people could be Ghostbusters, right? Like, and that don't sound like such a big deal, but it was a big deal. It's a big deal because every other thing, it's like it was the white characters, and the black character was either the thug or the bad guy, right? So to see that, it's like, okay, a bunch of scientists came up with a way to capture ghosts, and it's a brother rolling with them. All right, yeah. So, man, hats off. He is in a show that I think is absolutely hilarious, and I want to get the name right. Frankie and Grace. It's a Netflix show. It stars Lily Tomlin, Sam Waterston, Martin Sheen, and Ted Turner's ex-wife. What is her name? Why are they not showing her face with the cast? She's in the freaking, she's the lead on the show. Jane Fonda.
Oh, okay.
And it's about, and I shouldn't watch the show because, I can't relate, but it's about two married couples who the two men own a law firm together and work together for years. And they finally retired. One of them retired. And they came out to their wives that they've had a homosexual relationship for years, left their wives, and married each other, basically. And the show is about
I got one.
these two women in the twilight years of their lives who are now divorced from their gay husbands who pulled the wool over their eyes for all of these years, and they don't like each other. The two women don't like each other. They don't get along, but they're forced together to live together in this situation and help each other get through this obvious trauma. It is probably one of the funniest things on Netflix. It's absolutely hilarious. And it popped up in my feed, and I was like, I like Lily Tomlin. I like Jane Fonda. I'll try this out. And I got halfway through the first episode and said, what the fuck am I watching? But it was just so funny. Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin together are great. They have fantastic chemistry. It was hilarious, so I stuck with it. They've been on for 6 seasons. It's a good show.
Damn, 6 seasons? That's what it sounds like to me.
But that's what it is.
So they, yeah. If you don't know this, you're too young to be watching us. But in any case, it's The Odd Couple. It's the theme of The Odd Couple. I think Felix Unger was Felix Unger and Oscar Madison. In modern times, they would be the dudes that left their wife. But we didn't think they was gay back in the day watching it, right?
Who was it? Felix? The Felix calendar.
No, Felix
everybody
was.
thought was gay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we can wrap, bro.
Sounds good. Thanks for watching. Right. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. You'll be entered into the drawing to win $100. And if you so choose, drop us a line at unpopinshow@gmail.com. We'll send you a neck gator so you can show the world that you are part of this unpoppin community where we, discuss topics, talk a little shit, throw out a few jokes, and maybe inform you along the way.
Occasionally objectify beautiful celebrities.
Occasionally for him, I do it at least twice every show.
All right. Feliz Navidad and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Just good vibes. Good vibes. I'm waiting to hear what Uncle Murder does for the wrap up.
Okay. Fair enough.
The year in review in rap. Uncle Murder does one, and
Mad Skills.
Skills, yeah, Mad Skills. They had.
I think Skills stopped doing it.
He did, and Uncle Murder continued doing it, but then they had some. He picked up doing it again because Uncle Murder was doing it, and they had some words back and forth. They had diss records about the wrap up.
It is kind of though. I mean, I know we rapping and getting out of here, but I mean, Skills has been doing that forever. So it is kind of, it's kind of bogus that somebody else would pick it up and stop doing it. It's like respect, even if he stopped doing it, it's like respect, man. Don't.
Yeah. Nah, Uncle Murder is like on some Brooklyn shit. Nah, I'm going to take it. Nah, it's like, you good.
I'm going to treat the wrap up like your wife. She's mine now.
She's mine now. Your bitch chose me. Then we can handle this like some gentlemen and we can get into some gangster shit.
All right, folks. Enjoy your holidays. Have a safe New Year. If you're going to drink, if you're going to go out and drink, take Uber, take Lyft, take a cab.
Or don't go out. Just drink at home. You can get twice as drunk from your living room and not have to worry about where your car is. You could pretend.
At half the cost, too.
Oh, man. Ain't gonna worry about a DUI, traffic. Oh, man, just, set it out at the crib.
Whatever you choose, be safe.
And then,
we want to see you here in 2021.
Absolutely.
Peace
y'all.
Thanks for checking out the Unpopular Opinion Show. If you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and smash the notification button down below so you can keep getting more from T-Storm and myself.
Yeah. More jokes coming on. No, they beep. Damn it. Okay, fine.